A single mom was dragged out of her ex-fiancé's wedding, until a millionaire stepped forward and proposed to her. The soft hum of music filled the grand hall, echoing off the crystal chandeliers as laughter and clinking glasses mingled with the gentle rustle of silk gowns. Emma Thompson, a single mother of 7-year-old Lily, stood near the back, her fingers clutching the strap of her small handbag like a lifeline. She had never imagined that attending this wedding would feel like walking into a battlefield. It had been 5 years since she had broken off her engagement with Andrew Collins, a man she once loved with all her heart. He had been charming, successful, and utterly captivating, but beneath the polished surface lay a man incapable of love, committed only to status and appearances. The engagement had ended abruptly when Emma discovered his secret infidelities, but the heartbreak had been only the beginning. Today, she had reluctantly agreed to attend his wedding, coaxed by a polite invitation from mutual friends and her own desire to confront the past with dignity. She had dressed carefully, choosing a modest yet elegant navy dress, her hair pinned softly behind her ears, and minimal makeup highlighting her natural beauty. Lily, clutching her mother's hand, looked adorable in a pale pink dress, unaware of the storm brewing around them. At first, everything seemed normal. The guests mingled, the vows were exchanged, and a sense of ceremony filled the air. Emma forced a polite smile as Andrew and his new bride exchanged rings. But her presence did not go unnoticed for long. Andrew's face darkened when he spotted her. His jaw tightened, and a cold, familiar anger flashed in his eyes. Before Emma could react, 2 burly attendants approached, their intentions clear. "Excuse me, ma'am," one said, his voice heavy with authority. "You need to leave." Emma's heart sank. I'm a guest. "I was invited," she said, her voice trembling but firm. "You're not welcome here," the other said, grabbing her arm. "You're going to have to leave, now." The room fell silent as whispers spread like wildfire. Guests stared, shocked at the audacity of the act. Lily clung to her mother, tears welling up in her innocent eyes. Emma's mind raced. How could Andrew treat her this way, after everything? But before she could protest further, a tall, impeccably dressed man stepped forward from the crowd. He was striking, tall, with dark hair streaked with silver, sharp blue eyes, and an aura of confidence that demanded attention. He raised his hand, and the room seemed to hold its breath. "Gentlemen," he said smoothly, his voice calm but commanding. "I think you're making a mistake." The attendants hesitated, clearly unprepared to confront someone of his presence. This is private," one stammered. "Not if it involves injustice," the man replied. He turned to Emma and offered a reassuring smile. "Are you all right?" Emma, still shaken, nodded. I think so. Thank you." The man's eyes swept over the room, locking briefly on Andrew. "She is a guest here, and she will remain, or you will explain your actions to everyone present." Andrew's face flushed with embarrassment and rage. The power in the room had shifted, and the crowd sensed it. Whispers became murmurs of admiration as the mysterious man's confidence filled the space. Emma felt a mix of awe and curiosity. Who was this man who had just intervened so effortlessly? "I apologize," Andrew muttered, retreating as the attendants backed away. Emma took a steadying breath, clutching Lily close. Relief washed over her like a wave. The man extended a hand toward her. "May I introduce myself? I'm Daniel Crawford." Emma hesitated, then shook his hand, feeling an unexpected warmth. Emma Thompson." "I couldn't help but notice the injustice," Daniel said softly, his eyes locking onto hers with genuine sincerity. "It's rare to see someone treated this way in public, and rarer still to witness courage in the face of it." Emma felt a blush creep over her cheeks. She had come here expecting humiliation, not admiration. Thank you," she murmured. Daniel smiled, a small, knowing smile that seemed to light up his face. "May I accompany you and your daughter for the rest of the evening?" As they walked toward the quieter corners of the hall, away from the chaos of Andrew's wedding, Emma noticed that Daniel spoke with ease, but his attention never wavered from her. They shared stories, laughter, and surprisingly, a sense of comfort that Emma hadn't felt in years. Hours passed, and the reception continued. The room, once tense with scandal, began to buzz with curiosity about the mysterious millionaire who had defended a single mother so gracefully. Emma and Lily danced, laughed, and felt a sense of belonging that Emma thought she had lost forever. Toward the end of the evening, as the last notes of the piano faded and the crowd thinned, Daniel took Emma's hand, kneeling slightly to meet her gaze. The world seemed to pause, and even the chandeliers glittered dimmed against the intensity of the moment. "Emma Thompson," he began, his voice steady and filled with emotion, "I've watched you tonight, not just how gracefully you handled the impossible, but how incredible you are as a mother, a woman, and a human being. I know this is sudden, but life has a way of giving us second chances when we least expect them. Will you marry me?" Emma froze, disbelief mixing with shock, her mind racing. She glanced at Lily, whose wide eyes reflected hope and excitement. She looked back at Daniel, seeing not arrogance or wealth, but genuine admiration and care. I don't know what to say," Emma whispered, her voice trembling. "Say yes," Daniel replied with a tender smile, "and let us start a new story together. One built on respect, love, and the chance to finally leave the past behind." Tears blurred Emma's vision as she realized the gravity of the moment. The woman who had been dragged out, humiliated, and almost broken by her ex-fiancé now stood on the precipice of a new life, one filled with love, support, and hope for her daughter. "Yes," Emma said finally, her voice strong and unwavering. "Yes, I will marry you." The room, nearly empty now, seemed to cheer silently as Daniel slipped a ring onto her finger, sealing a promise far greater than any wealth or status could offer. Lily hugged both of them, laughing, and for the first time in years, Emma felt completely free from the chains of her past. Andrew, watching from a distance, could only stare in disbelief. He had lost not just the woman he had once tried to control, but also the chance to see her rise above his cruelty. Meanwhile, Emma had found a man who valued her, cherished her, and was ready to build a future together, a future brighter than anything she could have imagined. That night, as Emma and Daniel walked out of the hall, hand in hand with Lily skipping between them, she realized that sometimes, life's cruelest moments could lead to the most extraordinary new beginnings, and as the city lights glittered around them, Emma knew that this was not just the end of a painful chapter, but the start of a story she and her daughter would never forget, a story of courage, love, and the magic of unexpected miracles.